The courtroom was alive with whispers and the faint rustling of papers. The tension in the room was almost palpable, driven by the high-profile nature of the case and the presence of seasoned lawyers, all eager to prove their mettle. The stakes were clear, and every movement seemed to carry the weight of expectation. The air seemed heavy with tension as lawyers in neatly pressed suits shuffled their notes. Their polished shoes tapped rhythmically against the marble floor, echoing through the chamber. At the center of the room, Judge Harris sat on his high bench, his face stern and his presence commanding. Known for his sharp tongue and no-nonsense demeanor, he surveyed the courtroom with an air of authority. Suddenly, the large oak doors creaked open. All eyes turned to see a young woman step inside. Her name was Lily, just 19, and she carried a faded backpack slung over one shoulder. Her clothes were simple and slightly oversized, making her appear even smaller compared to the seasoned professionals filling the room. She hesitated for a moment, her wide eyes scanning the unfamiliar space, before walking toward the defendant's table with trembling hands. Judge Harris raised an eyebrow, his lips curling into a slight smirk. "And who might you be?" he asked, his voice laced with skepticism. "Lost on your way to the college debate club?" A wave of laughter rippled through the courtroom. Lily's cheeks flushed, but she stood her ground, her voice steady despite the condescension. "I'm representing my father, Your Honor," she declared. The room fell silent. A teenager defending someone in court? The murmurs of disbelief and judgment quickly filled the air. The narrative of the underdog was beginning, and skepticism loomed heavily over the proceedings. The narrator's voice softened, shifting to Lily's backstory. Life had been far from kind to her. Her father, a hard-working but quiet man, had married a woman who seemed perfect on the surface, her stepmother, Veronica. Veronica presented herself as kind and caring to the outside world, but behind closed doors, she slowly took control of every aspect of their lives. She manipulated finances, isolated Lily and her father from friends and family, and made decisions without consulting anyone. Her charm masked her true intentions, and by the time Lily and her father realized, they were already teetering on the edge of ruin. When Lily's father discovered inconsistencies in their accounts and confronted Veronica, she retaliated by filing for divorce and falsely accusing him of theft. It was a devastating blow, and with no resources to fight back, it seemed they were destined to lose everything. But Lily, fueled by a fierce love for her father and a determination to uncover the truth, made a decision few could imagine. She immersed herself in legal books, spending countless sleepless nights studying case law, court procedures, and anything else she could find in the local library. Her father's quiet encouragement and unwavering trust in her abilities gave her the strength to keep going. She wasn't just fighting for her father. She was fighting for their dignity and future. Today was the day she would stand before a court to expose the truth. As Lily approached the defendant's table, the opposing attorney, a sharp-dressed woman named Ms. Carter, regarded her with a dismissive glance. The smirk on her face conveyed just how little she thought of Lily. Her confidence was unshaken, her demeanor cool and collected, a stark contrast to the young woman standing in front of her. Judge Harris leaned forward. "Ms. Dawson," he said, addressing Lily by her stepmother's last name, "are you telling me you believe you can handle this case without any legal training?" His tone was sharp, his disbelief palpable. The courtroom chuckled again, but Lily remained unfazed. "The law allows any individual to represent themselves, Your Honor," she responded, her voice calm and respectful. "I've prepared thoroughly for this case, and I am ready to proceed." Judge Harris's eyes narrowed slightly, but he nodded. "Very well," he said. "Let's see what you've got." Lily stepped forward, her nervous energy transforming into determination as she began her arguments. She outlined a clear timeline of events, showing how Veronica had manipulated her father into signing financial documents under false pretenses. She cited specific laws and precedents, her words clear and deliberate. Her explanations included meticulous details about financial transactions, and she used visuals, charts, and printed timelines to support her claims, handing copies to the judge and the opposing attorney as she spoke. At first, the courtroom listened politely but skeptically. Murmurs of disbelief spread among the audience, accompanied by subtle, dismissive glances exchanged between some of the seasoned lawyers. A few in the crowd leaned back in their chairs, arms crossed, as if waiting for Lily to falter. Others whispered quietly, their faces betraying a mix of curiosity and doubt about her ability to handle such a high-stakes case. However, as Lily connected seemingly unrelated details with precision, heads began to nod in acknowledgement. Even Judge Harris, known for his skeptical nature, leaned back in his chair, tapping a finger against his chin. Lily had uncovered inconsistencies in Veronica's claims that no one else had noticed. Then came the turning point. Lily held up a stack of papers she had carefully organized. "Your Honor," she said, "these are the bank statements that Veronica submitted as evidence. But if you look closely, there's a glaring issue." The room leaned in, curiosity thick in the air. She pointed to a series of transactions. "These dates show large sums of money transferred to an account under the name V. Dawson," she explained. "But this account doesn't belong to my father. It belongs to Veronica herself." Gasps rippled through the courtroom. Ms. Carter, once composed and smug, began flipping frantically through her notes. Lily pressed on, producing further evidence. Emails, signed affidavits, and even a private investigator's report. She painted a damning picture of Veronica's deceit. Lily's voice, steady and clear, echoed through the courtroom as she presented her findings. Judge Harris leaned forward, his expression unreadable. "These are serious allegations," he said. "Are you prepared to defend them under questioning?" "Yes, Your Honor," Lily replied confidently. What followed was a rapid-fire exchange as Judge Harris tested Lily's knowledge. He posed difficult questions about legal procedures and case law, but Lily answered each one without hesitation. Her preparation shone through, leaving no doubt about her understanding of the case. At one point, the judge asked her about a particularly obscure statute, and Lily cited the law verbatim, explaining its relevance with remarkable clarity. When the questioning ended, the courtroom was silent. Judge Harris removed his glasses and looked at Lily with newfound respect. "Impressive," he said. "You've demonstrated a level of intelligence and dedication that many trained attorneys lack." In his final ruling, Judge Harris declared that Veronica's accusations were baseless and her actions fraudulent. He ordered her to return the stolen funds and pay damages to Lily's father. Applause erupted in the courtroom as Lily's father, seated nearby, broke down in tears. His quiet sobs were a testament to the relief and gratitude he felt, and Lily's own eyes glistened with tears of triumph. As the room began to clear, Judge Harris approached Lily. "Ms. Dawson," he said, his stern expression softening, "you have a remarkable gift. If you ever consider pursuing law, I would be honored to mentor you." Lily's eyes widened with gratitude. "Thank you, Your Honor. That means more than I can say." As Lily and her father left the courthouse, the weight of their victory settled in. For the first time in years, hope glimmered on the horizon. Lily glanced back at the towering building behind her, silently vowing to return one day, not as a nervous teenager, but as a lawyer dedicated to justice. As they walked away, her father placed a hand on her shoulder, his voice filled with pride. "You've always been strong, Lily. I knew you'd make things right." This incredible story shows us the power of courage, perseverance, and standing up for what's right. If you're as inspired as we are, share this with your friends and family. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that touch hearts and inspire change. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next story.